All right. Hi, everyone. So I got to tell you, the speech I'm about to give is very racy. Very, very racy. So, I can't see too well. Are there any young children here? Now, I don't say that as a joke. I have a joke for you, but that's not a joke, because this is not appropriate for children. So anybody that has small children here, or if you're a parent, oh wait, I see some kids over there. You're just young. All right. All right, very good. So this guy goes into a psychologist's office, and he says, hi, doctor. The doctor sits him down. He lies down on the couch, and he says, welcome, Mr. Smith. What seems to be your issue? And he says, Doc, I like horses. And the doctor says, oh, that's okay. I mean, horses are beautiful animals. They're nice. They get good exercise, fresh air, and all that. No, Doc, you don't understand. I love horses. Okay? So the doctor says, oh, I see. Tell me, Mr. Smith, are these horses that you like, are they male horses or female horses? And the guy looks at him and says, what do you take me for, some sort of freak? And that actually leads me very nicely to my topic. Listen to this phrase. I lost my husband to a sex robot. Okay? Now, that's not true about me, by the way. That's a phrase you will be hearing from many women 7 to 10 years from now. And it'll hit you, and you'll say, where was this coming from? I had no idea. Now, a lot of you are looking at me and saying, right, Barak, that'll never happen. Come on, that's ridiculous. It is ridiculous, but it will happen. And before you think that it can't happen, understand what's happened in the past 15 years you would never have expected. 12 years ago, 15 years ago, if I were to tell you to your 2003 self, you know what? One of the greatest issues of your day in the year 2018, 2019 is going to be whether a man has a right to go into a woman's locker room or bathroom. You'd say, you're nuts. And you'd be right. If you were to say that the greatest civil rights issue in the year 2014 and 2015 would be whether one man can marry another man, you'd say, you're nuts. But here we are. And it doesn't stop. As many of you know from my radio show, I have an expression which is, the progressive monster is a hungry monster. It cannot stop eating. And the more it eats, the more hungry it seems to get. And that's where we are today. So, but sex robots. I'm coming out with a book in July. It's called The Rise of the Sex Machines. And it's exactly about this. Now, how did I come about this? Why did Barak Lurie get so interested in sex machines? So, seems like a nice guy. As you know, I wrote Atheism Kills a while ago, and it surprisingly did very, very well. I wanted to get it off my chest. It did very well. It was the first of a 3-part series. So I was working on my second book, which is called Atheism Destroys. That will come out next year. So it was the first chapter. The first chapter was the sex robots. And I decided, you know, because it got longer and longer, I decided to pull it out and make its own book. Because godlessness is leading us to sex robots. That's the gist of that. Now, the title of the book, of course, is How Technology and Culture is Destroying Love, Sex, and Relationships, and Who Will Survive? Or better yet, Who Will Resist? And for the answer to that, you have to wait to the exciting conclusion of the speech. All right. So how has it come to themselves? I mean, why is it that people will, mostly men, of course, will turn to these sex robots? It's because of our culture. What you're talking about, the long march toward the institutions, it's exactly this. Feminism, many aspects of it, have killed relationships. A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. When she thought of that, she must have said, typing out on her computer, "Good one, yeah." She went to sleep. Without a man, of course. So that notion that, we're told over and over again, we don't need you. We don't need kids with you. We can raise kids to the extent that we want to without you. And then they're surprised that we don't have relationships with them, we don't get married to them, we don't have kids with them, we don't raise kids with them. Here we are. It's what I call people know that I call the Democratic Party the party of irony. Because every policy they ever advance ends up hurting the very people that they think that they're helping. And so it is with feminism. But imagine all the benefits of sex robots from a man's point of view. A sex robot will never accuse you of harassment, of rape, you never have to worry about a sex robot getting older, less athletic. Never have to worry about her changing political affiliations, right? Or God forbid, going vegan, right? And she won't expect anything of you. Isn't that wonderful from a man's point of view? Sit up straight, get a job, stand up to that guy. You don't have to worry about that now. But of course, it was always thus. Now here we are. How has it come to this? It's not just feminism. It is the progressive march, the long march over our institutions, particularly marriage. And marriage has been completely decimated in the past couple of decades. Many of us know too many couples who've had children without ever having gotten married. Many of us know women that go to the sperm bank and decide to have kids on their own. They do not need a man. This is the world that we are fast approaching. And then we're told that masculinity is toxic. The very notion of being a man is absurd. Mansplaining and all that. And then there's gay marriage. Gay marriage suddenly hit the scene. And that opened the door for something very, very important. Now, mind you, gay marriage, let me put it this way. Movies are rarely what they appear to be about. What do I mean by that? I mean, Star Wars, for example, is not about lightsabers and battles in space. It's not. It's about loving God, fighting for your individualism, and being the best you can be. That's what it's about. Yep. Back to the Future is not about time travel. It's not. It's about controlling your own destiny, right? Great movies, by the way, both of them. But gay marriage was not about marriage. Gay marriage was about making all different kinds of sex normative. That's what it was about. So that's the cynical part of me, but it's very, very important to be cynical. We must be cynical in these times. So then you have transgenders' rights. Okay. How many transgender identities are we up to now? 77. Do I hear 80? Right? It's really absurd. What is this? So, in the old days, Plato would talk about your platonic half, right? You would merge together. The idea, it's very beautiful when you think about it. Your relationship, you're looking for your platonic half, and then you can be whole again, and then we feel we are as one, right? And during a great sex, there it is, starting with the racy stuff, you feel as one, right? Because you're with your opposite, feminine and the masculine. So tell me something. What is the opposite of a bisexual pansgender, please? Right? I need to find my other. Wait. How's that going to work? So, and mind you, all the transgender stuff, the identities, it's all about me, right? It's never about how you can please somebody else, right? And that's the world we've come to. Every kind of love is okay. So why not polygamy? Why not incest? Why not bestiality? Why not robots? Why not anything? That's the world with a slow, long march of the institutions that we're talking about. Sex is something that that belongs to you and only to you. We are encouraging this, for lack of a better phrase, self-pleasuring, a masturbatory environment where everything is only about you. It's highly destructive. Now, we see it among women too. In feminism, we talk about the go for it girl. You go get that child. You go get that orgasm. That's the way it is. Go chase it. And so they do. Everything is instant now. And think about it. You got your emails and your texts. You can get documents delivered really quickly. You got your banking. You can deposit and withdraw and move money around instantly. Uber rides, of course. You've got your Uber Eats. You can download a book. While I'm talking, you can download a book. May I suggest Atheism Kills? You can buy your music as you please, right? Everything is instant, instant, instant. And likewise with dating, right? So there was eHarmony where you could evaluate and present all sorts of great information about yourself. Match.com, no. It's Tinder, baby. Swipe right, swipe left, okay? She's hot, she's not. You got a match, right? It was all a charade. All of this. They just go straight to, are they cute? And can I get my orgasm now? I'm telling you, there's going to be an app where you want to have sex. It'll be just like Uber. Yeah. Your orgasm is 3 minutes away. Yeah. That's what it's going to be. All right. You're laughing. I'm telling you, it's serious. Oh, God. People can't take you seriously here. But seriously, sex has now become essentially an app on your phone. And it's very disturbing. Think of sex, I call it insta-sex in my book. It's part of the culture. Sex is now like a cup of ramen noodles. It's available in 3 minutes, okay? And why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Everything else is available quickly. Why not sex? And it's been so minimized. So relationships are now an absurd concept. Absurd to most people. Why would you have a relationship? Because you're not going to have kids. You're not going to get married. So why would you have a relationship, please? Riddle me that, Batman, as they say. In fact, there's one a Harvard professor, I think, as her instruction was to her students, I want you to have a date. I want you to choose dates with each other. Go for it. I want you to spend at least 90 minutes. That was her instruction. And the kids had no idea what to do. That's where we are. I see this crowd. I think we're a mature crowd here. People have gone dates. They know what love is about, and it's very sweet. But it ain't happening, folks. It's not there. And I'll prove it to you. When was the last time you went to the theaters and saw a romantic comedy? Right? The last time I remember was When Harry Met Sally or Sleepless in Seattle. Right? That was a good movie. People can't relate to it. They relate to the Avengers and all the superhero stuff, which is all crap, by the way. I told you I'd be racy. All right? All right, so then there's the children aspect. And I saw Bob Hamilton. Is he still here? All right, there's my man. Bob wrote a great book about having children, the blessings of children, and he's so right. But I'd like you to go to the park when you get a chance. Anytime you see a couple with a little baby, 6 months old or so, and they're holding the baby Bjorn like this, and you say, what a cute baby, right? And then, oh, thank you so much. And then ask him, why'd you have that baby? And he'll look at you like, yeah, honey, why did we have this baby? Right? And they don't know. They have no idea. Because I mean, how many times have you talked to people and they say, well, we can't have more than one or two, because of the expense and all that, right? Really? You think kids are expenses? They're on the liability side of your balance sheet? Really? I have 3 kids. I wish I had 6. My wife tells me the store is closed. But I would really love it. I mean, and Dr. Bob, you had 6 children, right? 6. It's great. God bless them. That's where we may win, on the conservative side of things. But the point is, with all the financials and the sleepless nights and the bottle feeding and monsters under the bed, and then the puberty, then they hate you during adolescence and everything else. So, and then the tuition. I mean, really, and then they stay in your basement playing video games for them. So who would want a kid under those circumstances, right? If you look at it that way. But kids are an obligation. God wants you to have kids, lots of them, and they are a joy. Enjoy your kids. What are you thinking, people? Not you guys. But really, it's a tremendous joy. So, but to them, it's irresponsible to have children. It's deadly to have children. It's something that you create carbon footprints by having a child, right? This is dangerous stuff. Look, I see my time is up, but I will leave you with this. There is hope. And the hope, because I never want to just say things are doom and gloom, but I will tell you that we are running to a world of sex robots, for one thing, but the people who will resist are the devout Christians and the devout Jews. Okay? Yeah. Robots are strange to us. We do not accept them. It is bizarre to us. And we will be the ones with the relationships. We will be the ones producing children, and lots of them. Now remember this. The real reason, and I have to end on this point, the real reason why there's a chase for these robots is it's actually a chase for orgasms. And they are stripping away the one glorious thing about relationships, the thing that God gave us. Sex on a scale of 1 to 10 is not a 10, it's a 30, right? An astronaut comes back from space and they say, how was it? And he goes, oh, better than sex. No, it wasn't, right? So, it's great stuff. So why is it so great? The Christian scholars and the rabbinical scholars will tell you both the same thing. Because you are participating as God's deputy in the act of creation.
There you go.
God bless you all. Thank you so much.